किसी एक्टर ने बोला यार तुम मुझे स्टूडियो लेके आओ, किसी स्टूडियो ने बोला नहीं ये एक्टर नहीं चलेगा, बड़ा और एक्टर लेके आओ, किसी स्टूडियो ने बोला ये बच्चे क्यों है फिल्म में. Almost went through a time of depression, almost suicide, and yeah, almost that. But he heard my narration and he was the first person who said यार इसको तू बदलना नहीं. And I said यार पूरी दुनिया बदलना चाह रही है, आप ही हो एक जो बोल रहे हैं इसको बदलना नहीं. ये फिल्म बना ले, ये फिल्म बना ले, ये फिल्म बना ले. मेरे पास कुछ 15 स्क्रिप्ट पड़ी हैं अभी भी रेडी. Hi, this is Siddharth Malhotra and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe and hit that bell icon.
We have with us one of the prominent directors in the Hindi film industry right now, Siddharth Malhotra. He's a very good friend of mine. The fact is that we have never really spoken that much, but we have that connection that each time we meet, we have that smile on each other's face, which is wonderful. So pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much for it.
And congratulations. I was genuinely happy when Hichki became a success and I was genuinely sad when Family didn't work because I really liked the film.
Yeah.
And I was so sad that why would such a film like this doesn't work at the box office. And Hichki was a stunner, not only in India but China.
Yeah.
Tell us something about the experience.
So
victory for that film.
Yeah. So it's taken me 8 years to run that gap from We Are Family to Hichki.
Yeah.
2010 is when that released. 2018 is when this released. Yeah. We Are Family was dear to me. Is dear to me. It's always your first child. And the learnings from that taught me a lot. But that also gave me impetus to go and do something that is my voice, that is me as a filmmaker. So when we found Hichki, which was thanks to my uncle, who gave me this book front of the class and said, यार ये ब्रैड कोइन की किताब है, ये इसको तुम adapt करो. And we came to a script in 2013 to make it, and we had it ready. That time till Aditya Chopra came into my life, I must have pitched Hichki with the Tourette syndrome, with the takes, with the narrations to every studio, every actor, everybody possible, और सबने ना बोल दिया. किसी एक्टर ने बोला यार तुम मुझे स्टूडियो लेके आओ, किसी स्टूडियो ने बोला नहीं ये एक्टर नहीं चलेगा, बड़ा और एक्टर लेके आओ, किसी स्टूडियो ने बोला और बड़ा डायरेक्टर लेके आओ, किसी स्टूडियो ने बोला टूरेट सिंड्रोम हटा दो, किसी स्टूडियो ने बोला ये बच्चे क्यों है फिल्म में. सो इट वेंट थ्रू अ एंटायर ईयर ऑफ एक्चुअली years of doubting yourself that I want to be a filmmaker. Am I a filmmaker? Am I a storyteller or no? Should I just leave this line? And I come from a lineage of my grandfather being in the line, my grandmother being in the line, my father being in the line, and I've done so many successful television shows. I said, what's wrong with me? So almost went through a time of depression, almost suicide, and yeah, almost that. And till I came to Yash Raj, and ironically, so my wife told me at one time, गुरु आदि ऐसा हाँ मतलब वो मेरे लिए वेट कर रहे होंगे ना, हर जगह ने ना बोल दिया है, यहाँ पे क्यों जाऊँगा मैं. And it happened. I mean, I came here, I narrated the film, and he heard the narration. He had not seen We Are Family, but he heard my narration and he was the first person who said यार इसको तू बदलना नहीं. And I said यार पूरी दुनिया बदलना चाह रही है, आप ही हो एक जो बोल रहे हैं इसको बदलना नहीं. And I still remember it was December when he told me that मैंने तेरी लास्ट फिल्म नहीं देखी है, पर मुझे ये मालूम है जिस तरह से तूने नरेट किया है ये फिल्म तो तू अच्छी बना देगा. So for me, he gave me a second rebirth. I was not even on the ground, I was below the ground, because this film industry, although you're a film kid or from the industry, they write you off very soon, and the friends that you think are your friends don't land up to be your friends, and then you realize who are and who are not. Right. So it was, Hichki was not only for me to, as a filmmaker to, prove a point. It was more to prove a point to myself that I have it within me. तो वो जो fire था, वो hunger था to tell a story. And there was a point after We Are Family, I remember telling Karan कि ये फिल्म बना ले, ये फिल्म बना ले, ये फिल्म बना ले. मेरे पास कुछ 15 स्क्रिप्ट पड़ी हैं अभी भी रेडी. एंड करण ने बोला यार तू भाजी मार्केट हो गया, तेरे पास you have to be in love with one script and then live that film. चाहे मैं बनाऊँ ना बनाऊँ, कोई भी बनाए ना बनाए, वो ही फिल्म तुझे कहनी पड़ेगी जब तेरी ट्रू कॉलिंग एज अ फिल्म मेकर आएगी. वो मेरे लिए हिचकी हो गई, तो मैं दूसरी फिल्म में लिखता गया. एक और फिल्म थी बीच में जो राइट्स की वजह से नहीं बन पाई. उस दौरान हिचकी was something which kept coming back to me again and again, and finally it was Adi who let me tell this film. So for me, the success actually is a bonus. For me, just having given the opportunity to tell the story, thanks to Manish and Adi, and thanks to Rani coming into my life after that. It was like, God blessing me and my forefathers and the people who have left me and gone blessing me from up there.
It's a very interesting thing that you're saying, because, when you say that you're almost contemplating suicide, so the fact is that so many people come from all across the world, not merely in India, to just try their luck in the film industry, and very, very few people, they finally make it. And the fact that you being from the film industry beyond a point doesn't matter, because ultimately, as you said, that the friends, they turn their back, and you have to be on your own. Now, if you'd like to maybe tell something to anyone who's watching, that why it's important to just keep on believing, and to have that support system around you, like the way your wife.
I had my wife, I had my father. My father had seen failure. As an actor, he'd seen failure. He's a very successful producer. He owns Cinevistas, runs it. I had my children. I have 2 sons, and luckily television, because television I keep doing, that kept me going, and
I know
gave me my sanity.
I kept on reading your updates that you're getting into television.
I've always been that. I've been creating television for the longest time. That kept me going. But what I have realized is that you have to, in this line, if you're a film kid or you're not a film kid, you have to be relentless. No one is looking out for you. You have to look out for yourself, and you have to knock every door every day. If you believe in something, then you have to go after it. And if something is not happening, I can say that after Hichki, because I got to make the film I wanted to make. I am not complaining on this one, because here Adi let me make and Manish let me make the film exactly the way I wanted to make it, without saying ye kar lo ya wo kar lo. They believed in me. Once they believed in the script and locked the script, they are producers who are a blessing. वो कोई तप करके आता है ना, वो भगवान वरदान देता है, वो मेरे लिए तो वही था जो हमारे scriptures में माना जाता है. So for me, I've learned that may it be a film family kid or may it be a regular kid who's struggling, if you have a film you believe in, be relentless. कोई ना बोलेगा, कोई तुमको मीटिंग नहीं देगा, तुम फोन करते रहो. एक ना एक दिन वो दरवाजा खुलेगा, और अगर तुम्हारी स्क्रिप्ट में, nobody came for me, they came for that script. Nobody came for प्रेम किशन का बेटा, प्रेमनाथ का पोता, वीना राय का या राज कपूर related. They came for that. What was, so your work speaks for yourself. So my message to anybody out there is that यार तुम्हारे काम को तुम बुलंद करो. अगर वो एकदम सोना निकले तो लोग आएंगे, because people are hungry and greedy for telling stories, and they want to tell good stories. So only your work will get you ahead. Nothing else will get you ahead. Nothing else can get you ahead in this line specifically. Hi, this is Siddharth Malhotra, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe and hit that bell icon.